Got something for you really special today. The sponsor of this video is Fathom Seafood out of Tacoma, Washington, and he sent me 2 of these Dungeness crab out of the Pacific. I've never had Dungeness. We've always had blue crabs and stone crabs around here, so I'm really looking forward to getting these guys going. We're doing a Viet Cajun style, and I'm gonna show you how to do it right after this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and fire this cooker up. We're gonna turn some gas on. And we have ignition. Let's turn it all the way up. This is a tunnel tube cooker, so it shouldn't take but a few minutes to get up. I know you probably can't hear me over all this. Once I get it boiling, I can turn it down some. Oh yeah, buddy, we're boiling. All right, I've got 2 full cups of Swamp Fire Cajun seasoning going in. We also got Bad Juju. This is a Cajun blend from PS Seasoning. Hang on. Ooh, boy. Yeah, I had it a little too hot. All right, we'll fire it back up here in just a minute. Let's go in with this Bad Juju. Look at there, it's still boiling. These pots are just wicked, man, I'm telling you. All right, what I want to do is start it back up, but we're going to have a lot milder fire this time. Look at there. That little bit of heat's got this boiling. You can hear me now. Okay. I've got 1 big lemon that I've just sliced up. We're throwing this in for some citrus flavor. 5 heads of garlic. A lot of your Asian dishes are very heavy in garlic. 5 whole heads in 5 gallons of water is a lot. Now what we have here is lemongrass. All right, I have taken these, I cut, and I actually crushed them. Kind of release that flavor. So we're going in with the lemongrass. All right, here we have a little bit of ginger. Not putting much ginger. Now these little bad boys, those are Thai hot chilies, and let me tell you, I ate one of these last night, and they're screaming hot. I'm just gonna put 5 of them. In between 5 gallons of water, it should tame it way down, give it just a little kick, nothing extreme. All right, now for some more Asian flavor, we have fish sauce. Going in with a full cup for 5 gallons of water. Going in. 1 more ingredient, bay leaf. Going to add about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're small, so 6 it is. That should be all of our ingredients. And all that smells good. Definitely has that Cajun smell because of the swamp fire. Let me show you swamp fire real quick. This is what I was looking for on my last crawfish boil video, and I couldn't find it. We finally found a place here that had it, so I bought 3 of these 5-pound bags. That's probably one of my all-time favorites. It's not a sponsored video by them. I just want to show you what I'm using. Yeah, he's kicking that leg a little bit. Let me cut this rubber band off of him. All right, buddy, stay asleep. All right, it's party time. So the good thing about getting these ice cold is they're kind of dormant. They're not real feisty, so it will be sudden death to both these guys. All right, so in we go. So it's roughly 7 minutes per pound. We're gonna call these 2 pounds each. That's what they felt like. I didn't actually weigh them, but I know we're close. So we're going to be going 14 minutes from right now. 14 minutes, time to cut it off. Normally in the big pots I would cool the pot down with the boil balls and all that, but we're only dealing with 2 crabs here. So let me see if I can scoop one out of there. Man, the things are huge. Ooh, get the lemon off of there. That's a big old crab. We're gonna put him in this ice water to cool him down. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna let this water, this seasoned water, gonna let it also cool off. And once it gets down to where these crabs will no longer cook, this might be a tight fit right here. There we go. All right, he's completely submerged. He's good enough. Just gonna let them cool off. Let them sit in there. It's not hurting anything. Once this cools off, we'll put them back in there to really start sucking up that flavor. Similar to what you would do in the bigger pots, like I've done with crabs, they usually want to float, which this one's not that deep. Matter of fact, the shells were coming out of the water just a little bit. Didn't when I started, but you can see how much is evaporated right here just from running this thing for 14 minutes. So next time I think I would probably go with 6 gallons of water and adjust my seasons accordingly, but it is what it is. But regardless, we're going to set them back in here and they will still flood with all this seasoning once this cools off, once they cool off. All right, so the water cooled off to about 155. That's good enough because the crabs are cold from the ice. So I put them in there, that should knock them right down about 145, 140. And they're just gonna sit here and soak for maybe 10, 15 minutes. From there, we're gonna clean these, and then I'm gonna show you the next step after that. All right, so I just pulled them out of the soak. They've been soaking for roughly 15, 20 minutes. Should be long enough. So what we're going to do is take and remove this shell. And this is unlike a blue crab. Well, actually, it's exactly like one. And that's where you got all your yucky stuff to contend with. So we're just going to remove all this, including these filters. We call these dead man fingers on a blue crab, but it's actually just their filters. Not good to eat. Move the mouth and eyes. All right, so that's pretty good. All right, we're just going to take our knife, cut him right in half. And that fly is wanting this, and he's not going to get it. Now we're going to do the same thing here. To where we got our individual clusters. So we shall end up with 8 of these. I'm going to go ahead and do this other one off camera. I'm just showing you how I'm doing this. I'll bring you back here in a few minutes and we're going to make a killer sauce that is going to really finally put this Viet Cajun twist to this, and I'll show you how we're going to finish up. All right, so I've got 1 pound of butter going in. And the last one. Let's melt that in good. All right, so what I want to add now is I've got some more lemongrass that I actually chopped up earlier and diced it just real small to really release that flavor. I'm gonna add that in, and I've also got about 1/2 cup of minced garlic that I taught my wife into mincing earlier. That's a painstaking job doing that by hand, and I do recommend going with fresh garlic always. Oh boy, it's starting to smell like a Chinese restaurant around here. All right, now we got some of the rooster sauce, the sriracha. Gonna go in with about a tablespoon. And that's all she wrote. Last but not least, and with the crab clusters. Going to toss all that around, get them good and coated. All right, so I'm going to take and transfer these crab clusters into this little platter that we normally use for our crawfish. These are beautiful. My God, this smells insane. That one's so tender, the leg just ripped off. All right, last but not least, we're gonna take and pour this sauce over all this garlic. Really get them coated. All right, so I don't know where to start, but I do know one thing. I'm not going to crack these claws out here. Basically, that's all you do. You separate them at the knuckle, you crack it, and you pull them apart. You got the meat, same way you do on a blue crab. But look at that, man. My son just said he could not believe that there had this much meat with only 2 crabs. So anyway, what I'm going to do is get into some of this meat right here. Just pull some of this shell away. Nice cluster right there. Y'all got to try this. I've always said blue crab is my very favorite. I might have to rethink that. I know I got it all over me, all over, big mess. Everybody's dying to eat, so I'm gonna end it right here. This is how you do Viet Cajun Dungeness crab. Keep in mind, you can do this with crawfish, you can do this with shrimp, blue crabs, any kind of seafood like that. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Until next time, Smoky Ribs Barbecue.